Guess y'all thought I was a Ford guy. All right, I'll give you a minute to rewrite your desk or your TV stand or pick your phone up from wherever you threw it. Welcome back, guys. It has been hell of a week. Last episode you saw me tearing down the 302, which is not on the bench, not in the shop. It's in storage in bins and boxes. As you saw from my intro, yes, an LS swapping felony. I could give you a shitload of reasons why this will be the better option from a 302 or even a Coyote at this point. Mainly the reasons are it's a good price, it's gonna be a little bit lighter with aluminum parts on it, and availability everywhere. All the usual small block LS, Chevy, whatever rigmarole I can put together with glue and duct tape anywhere in the USA. Talking to a friend who I'm going to do my best to enlist the help of to build this thing, refresh it. We're gonna do a cam, springs, all the supporting mods. Right now, I've got today and maybe a little bit of tomorrow to mess with this thing. I'm gonna open it up. We're gonna see what it looks like inside, see what the top of the pistons, we're gonna pull the heads off, pull the lifters out, get ready to start cleaning it up. It is a rear sump truck motor, so obviously it's not gonna clear what we have right now. I need a front sump. But just measuring top of the heads, top of the valve covers, we got 25 inches between shock towers and we got 22 inches valve cover to valve cover. I wanted something that I could swap in kind of in place with a little bit of work, bolt the transmission to, and just make it simple. And this is gonna do that. So I'm gonna get this thing on the engine stand and we're gonna start breaking it down because I wanna see what we're dealing with, what I gotta order, gotta make a list of everything, get some specs, and just keep moving on the project. Oh, I'll insert a clip. I was working on the metal. Getting a little bit better at patching and stuff like that. I managed to fix up this entire corner. It's almost all done. I just have to fill in that patch there, but this is all, once again, solid metal. So I'm very happy about that, and I'm gonna be moving on to the other side, which will probably be in the next episode. I know I said I wanted to start on the roof and the floors this week, but I rearranged the shop a little bit. I got a TIG welder. I'm learning how to TIG weld, possibly to TIG weld some of the sheet metal by the time we're finishing up. And just kind of went through everything, got rid of a bunch of junk, and also I had the 302 in here, so I couldn't really do too much dusty work because I didn't want to get any sort of fallout in the open engine components of the 302. Ended up being that cylinder number 8. The piston was wasted, just scored on the side on the skirt, so it would be a matter of replacing that and then rehoning and doing all that and cleaning up. By the time I was going through everything, the engine builder, I was looking at about 10 grand, which for a motor is, you know, that's what it is nowadays. But if I'm spending that kind of money, I'm gonna be going with a mod motor. And you know, that's a slippery slope in itself. That's a whole nother build direction. So I figured for 1,500 bucks for an LQ4 6.0, and then I could probably put a couple grand into it, make some good power, and there's tons of support for it. So I'm gonna stop yammering and we're gonna get to work. To return this truck, so I'm gonna make this quick. Hopefully it fits the fits the spread on the mounting plate. I also hope it's an M10, not something weird. Oh, I love this thing already. Metric bolts. Fuck yeah, that's sweet. Chrome sockets on an impact, because I like to live dangerously. Okay, so I do not have the correct mounting plate for the engine stand, and nobody around here does. It's kind of sketchy on these because the bolt pattern's a little weird for the bell housing, so I ordered the Summit LS mounting plate for engine stands, and it'll be at my PO box tomorrow, so that's dealt with for now. I do want to tear into this, so we're gonna get down and dirty right on the floor here, resting on the tire, and we're gonna tear into this thing and see what it's hiding under them valve covers and heads. The thing I'm stoked about is this all being metric. Valley pan can come off because the lift plate is gone. Ooh, that's some crud. Yeah, it's got some sconge. Not amazing. Let's see what we're dealing with. Came off really easy. Yeah, kind of what I expected for a junkyard motor. Oh, this side's a little bit more gunked up, but you know what? For almost a 20-year-old motor, it's not terrible. Whenever you're disassembling stuff like this, do your best to do it in a star pattern so that there's even distribution amongst what you're taking off. Same for going back in, that way you risk less of a chance of warping things. Even though it's a cylinder head, it's a cast piece of aluminum, you still can shift the shape of these things. That's what you want to see right there. Mmm, delicious. Nothing like some good old-fashioned carbon deposits. That's gross. Ugh. The lucky thing is I think it's all superficial. That is just a lot of gross shit. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna pop the other side off and then we'll start cleaning all this stuff out and take the lifters out and stuff. Ooh. Time for the lifters to come out. We're dealing with that. Just jammed in there. Oh, needless to say, I won't be reusing them. Oh, all right, got the lifters out. Now I'm gonna figure out how I can knock this crank pulley off. M12, baby. Ooh, that's not good. That's never a good sign. So you got the technique down. All right, everyone, that's gonna do it for right now. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna come down, pull the timing cover off, pull the cam out, and then start working on maybe cleaning this up. Probably not gonna pull the rotating assembly apart. It rotates freely. Got some stuff in the bores, but honestly, it's probably gonna be fine. My buddy Blake said you could probably clean it up with Scotch-Brite and ATF, so might just do that. Oh, I'm going to clean up in here. It's a disaster with pullers and spacers and the crane and all this shit. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Hopefully tomorrow the engine plate that I ordered to mount that LS to the actual engine stand shows up, and then by the end of the day I can put it on, check out the bearings and everything, which could be another can of worms. I don't know. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will see you first thing in the morning. So later. All right, we're back to it. So left off, got the front pulley off, got the crank pulley off last night. Now I'm gonna pull the timing cover off and we're gonna pull the cam out. Just gonna get straight into it, get working, because I gotta finish this episode and put it out good. Yeah, she's got some slop. Gotta take the oil pump here off, and I can't do that until I get the oil pan off to get a pickup underneath, and then, you know, the timing can come out and the cam can come out, but I'm not going to be able to get to that because I need the mounting plate to put this on the engine stand to be able to work on the bottom, because I'm not going to be sketchy and dangle it from the crane and work underneath it. I'm not into that. Might as well fill up the fridge with liquid death while I was in the States. All right, a couple parts from Summit. Basically, just sort of little things at the moment. This one is rather important, and I did overnight this. Okay, so as you saw yesterday, my engine stand does not fit the LS, so I bought this at 4:30 yesterday, and it got to my border shipping place by 1:20. So this is a billet LS mount plate for an engine stand. So you mount your engine stand to the center, wherever it fits, and then you got your LS bolt pattern for the bell housing. Easy. This is kind of interesting. That is gonna be, okay, this is sort of a two-part. So I took all the HVAC out of the Mustang because it's a big, heavy box of stuff. It's all metal and plastic and big old heater core that I really did not want in there, but still want to run a defroster on the windshield to you know, be able to drive in the mornings and when it's cold and stuff. So I ordered this guy from Summit. So this is all one self-contained heater core and blower motor. You can see it's got the outlets for the heater core, which is in here, and it's a small unit, but apparently puts out a really good amount of CFM connections here. Comes with mounts, wiring harness, even comes with a switch and a speed controller. So you hook it up to 12 volts and a relay and everything, and you got yourself a defroster. And then in this box here, I got the hose and the outlet kit, so I can hook up like vents to it, which is pretty cool. And this is, I should have kept the old one for weight, but this is probably, I don't know, maybe 8 pounds, 10 pounds. And the old one probably weighed about 25. So really good little mod if you got a race car or something. This is a much better alternative to running a massive heater core if you're just trying to have a defroster and a little bit of heat. This thing, it's gonna be an ice box. So this is all we need. Yeah, maybe put it on the right side. It's supposed to go on. Ding dong. That's on there. I'm going to tighten this up, and then we're going to swing the motor and get it on there. That's about all we're going to need. That's a nice little plate. Looks good. Beauty. All right, let's see what we got for oil in this thing. Well, we're off to a good start. The bolt is finger tight. Oh, sweet. Dry as a bone. Dry as a cheese sandwich fart. Oh no. Well, that's as far as I'm getting it. The bolt doesn't clear the motor stand. Boom. There's the pickup tube. Almost forgot. I want to pull this cam out. Do that real quick. Well, that's easy. All right. There is the cam retaining plate. The Ford is one single bolt that goes down the middle. This has 3 bolts and a keyed, or a little hole that holds it in place. Use a screwdriver to rotate it a little bit. Probably hasn't moved for a while, so just use that to free it out of its bearings. No specs, just a QR, but check that later. Looks normal, looks stock. Anyway, cam's out. I'm cleaning up. Q&A time. Jack box to use this as a lawn chair. If anybody out there works for Liquid Death, please start selling this in Canada. Delicious. All right, guys, as promised, it is Q&A time. I put up a question page on Instagram and just said, ask me anything. Got a few decent questions. I figured I'd share them with you guys, add a little bit more interaction. I love talking to you guys in the comment section and on Instagram and everything about your cars and stuff. So I figured why not expand on it and do a little Q&A. So I'm going to pick 5 from all the questions I got, and yeah, let's go. This first one is from Ramen M. Video on the whole insurance and buying a car from the States soon. I probably won't do a full video on it, but I can explain it now as far as my experience. Somebody's playing music very loudly outside, it's annoying. So I don't actually have the car insured in Canada yet. It's got to go through inspection. You have to get a car inspected within 45 days after you get it into the country. Getting it into the country, I used a broker. I used Pacific Customs Brokers. I paid them about $800 Canadian. I sent them all the paperwork that I had, my bill of sale, the title of the car signed with my name on it and everything. They walked me through everything that I need to fill out, that you need to fill out a power of attorney form, and you need to submit all your documentation with around what you purchased. My advice is please do your best to save every bit of proof to what you paid for the car. It just makes it easier. I had bill of sale, I had my bank statements and stuff, and I just sent it to them and they took care of everything. I literally took a CADX form to the customs agent in Canada and they passed it. On the US side, I had to wait about 30 minutes for them to go inspect the car, verify what I paid, and they released it, and that was it. As far as insuring it and stuff and going through the inspection, I have yet to do that. I actually have to figure out a way to get an extension on the time to get this inspected, because obviously it's not going to be together within the 45 days, because that's in probably like 10 days from now, and it's not going to be running and driving. So I have to figure out a way to extend that. There is a way to do it. I have a friend who's an insurance agent working on it, and once I know more about that, I will inform you. If anybody else wants to know more about that, feel free to hit me up, DM me, all good. That's where I'm at. AutoAlley_YouTube YT. Put it here. Allie has been a supporter of the channel. Thank you very much for quite a while now. She's got a 66 Mustang. She's friends with all the power tour people, and thanks again for reaching out, and always thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and being part of the Mustang Club. I hope you don't mind my engine choice. Auto Alley, what is your day job? Mine is in mental health. So for the last, what are we in, 2024, I guess, 4 years, I have been running a trucking company. My wife and I bought it from a family member back in 2020, took it over, ran it for three and a half years or whatever, I guess. Anyway, I ran it up until my child was born last December, and I went on paternity leave and decided to get out of what I was doing. I was enjoying a little bit of it, but I wasn't enjoying it enough to make it something I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to do something that makes me happy. So technically my day job right now is what I'm doing. I've actually gone full steam into YouTube right now, just because I have the time, I have money put away, and I have a project. I love filming, I love making content and just being creative with cameras. And I hope that it kind of shows in my channel that I spend a lot of time working on like coloring and messing with different plugins and stuff like that, and framing things certain ways, and just I try and make things a little bit more than just a guy with a GoPro in his garage like I was before. That was when I started learning, and I was still in photography at that point. I just didn't really apply it to cinematography. So yeah, my day job right now actually is YouTube. I do not make any money doing this. I am strictly doing this to kind of push my name out there more, get out there, and start building cars like Felony, and just see where it takes me. I enjoy doing it. I love doing it a lot, and I have the means to pursue it for a little while. And I just want to see where it goes, because if you love something and you can go after it, I highly recommend that you just do it. I'm gonna grab another water, but we got Joe Whitman. Joe Whitman of Whitman's Garage. You're going to be finished by Power Tour. I hope so. As of now, I can't remember how many days I've got as of filming this. I think it's 55. It's 55 days on my 35th birthday. I'm pretty sure that I have to leave for Power Tour and have Felony running and driving. I was thinking about this a little bit earlier, and actually funny enough, talking about the insurance in that first question there, I can foresee that the inspection could screw me over, because they scrutinize the car and it has to be safe, and it has to have all the proper things to be on the road. I'm just really hoping that everything passes and that it goes through, and that I can insure the car to actually drive it to Power Tour, because I can't actually cross the border without insurance on this vehicle. So yeah, barring anything biting me in the ass like that, I'm pretty sure that I can make it. This LS is going to make things a lot more simple, and I'm not going to have to worry about it. So it's a matter of getting the car done and actually driving it out there and being reliable and making it. So I'm hoping that everything I do accomplishes that. But Chris Chinganu, my buddy Chris, do you do burnouts? Sir, please.
that question. Rollers Garage, my buddy Joel from out in Florida. He is a big Ford guy, has really cool trucks. He has a really wicked Mustang. He's getting his car together. He's gonna be down at Power Tour. He's there every year with his boys, and he's really cool. He's a really rad dad, a really big inspiration for me as a hot rodder. And Joel, thank you for the question. You decide in the LS what trans. Decided in the LS that we're gonna do a cam and springs, valve guides. I'm gonna clean up the heads and reseal everything. I've got every gasket that came with the motor. The guy had everything. I could re-ring and bearing it. I don't think I need to. Basically, it's just gonna be a quick refresh, throw a cam in it, and get it running. As far as transmission, I'm gonna go with a TKX 5-speed. I'm gonna pair it with probably a 355 or a 330 rear gear, I think it is. I gotta find something. Probably gonna use the 8-inch. We might blow it up. Is what it is. This one's pretty good, and I will answer it. Exactly.yyj. We're going into one bonus question here. Exactly YYJ. Is cereal soup? Well, if you think about it, soup, let's compare it. Chicken noodle soup. It is a liquid with solid pieces in it, using the liquid as a substrate and a flavoring device in which you eat those solid materials, whereas cereal does the same thing. Milk is the liquid substrate that carries those solid entities. And all right, guys, quick little Q&A to end off the video. That was a lot of fun. Please feel free to comment, ask me more questions. Tell me your stories, leave comments. I know there's gonna be people that are hating on the LS swap, and you know, it is what it is. I'm totally fine with that. I'm not here to be diehard, you know, 302 Ford guy or Porsche guy or Subaru guy. I'm everything. Look at my taste in cars. I have a GTI, I have a 911. I've got 2 Mustangs, I've got a Subaru, I've had a whole bunch of other vehicles. I've had Jeeps, I've had Toyotas, I've had Chevys, I've had a Datsun, I've had tons of cars. My taste is all over the map. I really don't care about branding. What I care about is that motor is gonna be solid, reliable, it's gonna make noise, it's gonna make power, it's gonna make this thing badass. There's nothing wrong with doing things a little bit differently, even if they're the same. As always, guys, be kind, drive hard. And when that motor is making noise, I will see you on the road. Have a good one.